Manchester United versus Zorya. The Europa League is back again. Not a lot to be excited about from most people with this Europa League. Everyone though thought that this would probably be a walkover group, even though it was one of the hardest groups we could have got. But it doesn't look like it's the case after losing that first game away in Feyenoord. Poor performance from Manchester United in that one. We need to get this win in this game because we really need to get this group sewn up as quickly as possible so that we can rest players for the last couple of games in order to keep them fresh for Premier League and other more important games. That is why I was so disappointed we lost that first game. I thought get 3 wins in a row, the first 3 games, and then I was hoping that it would be obviously done and dusted. We could play a lot of reserves, but not to be. But I'm still expecting a lot of changes in this game. These I would put on paper as a shite team. I think we're like 1-6 on to win this game, so I think they're like 20-1 to win the game. So we are odds-on favourites to win this match. I think they are about second in the Ukrainian league, so they're probably not going to be no absolute muppets, but we should still be spanking these 3 or 4-0. We probably won't because there's going to be a lot of changes, as I say. I would expect the back 4 to change again. We're going to see, obviously, David Dale will probably be in goal. I'm expecting Marcus Rojo to come back in to the left-hand side. There's question marks over Luke Shaw's injuries problem and Daley Blind. We don't want Daley Blind to get injured. So I would go Bay and Smalling at the centre-back. And I'll give Fosa Mensah another go at right-back. I think Darmian is going to be leaving it in January. So you might as well give Fosa Mensah a go. He seems to want to play him at right-back rather than in midfield. I think Paul Pogba will probably continue in the midfield. A fantastic performance from him in the last game. Hopefully that can bring a lot of confidence out of him in that midfield. Hopefully we see Michael Carrick in there as well with Morgan Schneidlin. That 3 would probably be good enough, hopefully, to beat the likes of Zorya, who aren't the best. And especially this game is at home as well. Wayne Rooney's going to play up front. We've been told that Wayne Rooney will play in this game and not play against Stoke on the weekend. So, I don't know. I would prefer just to go with a strong lineup, just wipe the floor with these couple of games, then play the likes of Wayne Rooney when the group is done and dusted, or have at least qualified it as runners-up, but he's going to play Wayne Rooney up front, I would presume, in the striker position because Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been given time off. He's on holiday, so he won't be participating at all in this game. And I would like to see Marcus Rashford on one side and Memphis Depay given another shout on the other hand side. I think we might as well just give Memphis another chance. I mean, I would like to see us go. Well, I mean, that team should be good enough to wipe the floor with these anyway. Even though Memphis Depay hasn't completed 90 minutes so far. The last game he wasn't involved from the start, which is a bit of a worry, and he got taken off against Northampton. So hopefully, I mean, these few games in the Europa League are make or break for Memphis Depay. If he doesn't do anything in these few games, then his Manchester United career is over, which is a real shame because he had so much promise. Like Lewis Nanny, had so much promise, and at this moment in time, it's fallen flat on its face, which it is a shame. But I would presume that we will say probably Marshall for other upcoming games because I don't know whether he's fully fit. Mkhitaryan, there is talk that he will be back in the Manchester United squad. I don't know how fit he is, so he may have to play on the bench. I don't know, maybe he could come in for Rashford or Memphis Depay. We will have to wait and see, but I actually want us to go out there and beat these at least 2 or 3-0 really, so I don't want him to rest too many players. Rashford for me has to really start because although he's young, he's played a lot of football lately, the last few games, but he's the only one really, apart from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, banging in the goals at the moment. So hopefully though, after that 4-1 victory over Leicester City, the goals will now hopefully start flying in. Hopefully it will really kickstart our season because that was the best 45 minutes I've seen from Manchester United in a long time. As I say, I don't know too much about Zorya. They're probably not very good. I would expect them probably to sit back with 2 banks of 4 and it will be a case of Manchester United having to break them down. I reckon we're going to have to be patient in this game. It might take us quite a while to break them down to score, but I do expect Manchester United to get a couple of goals in this. I'm going to go for a Manchester United winning this game 2 or 3-0. I think that we will get the job done. Second half, I would expect this team to tire out and Manchester United will get a few goals. I mean, obviously it depends on what lineup. If he does change it a bit, I wouldn't expect the likes of 2-1 Zabi to play because he's played in the under-23s, so I wouldn't expect him to play yet. But hopefully, over the coming games in this Europa League group stage, if we're already qualified, hopefully he can be given a run out because he does look a good prospect in the under-23s. But that team should still be good enough to beat Zorya. I mean, we've got a lot of strength in depth in areas, but it's just whether they can take their chance because, as we saw in Feyenoord, none of the players took their chance, and they have to take their chance when given it because we've seen when we've taken Wayne Rooney and Fellaini out at the weekend, players have stepped up to the mark and taken their chance. The likes of Juan Mata and Herrera have really stepped up in that game, but it was a lot last season as well. Players just not stepping up to the mark and really do need to step up to the mark. Anyway, I don't know too much about Zorya, so I can't really comment on their team. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will talk to you all again soon.